Oh man, what is up, everyone? We got another package in the mail, and it's another Dank Ritual product. You guys know that I love pumping Dank Ritual. Absolutely fantastic products that they sell, create, ship them out, and I always ensure quality with these because I think that the quality is fantastic. I've had amazing experiences so far partnering with them. They're extremely helpful, and everyone that I know of who's bought the product after I've recommended it has said they love it. So we've got their new Playmat today, one of the two. I'll have the link to their website in the description below. That way, if anyone wants to go check it out and grab a Playmat, you can obviously do so. Unlike the prior promotion, I will not have a promo code for this one, but I still am going to give my honest opinion. If I think it's fantastic, which I probably will, I'll tell you to go ahead and pick one up. But let's go ahead and basically just open this bad boy up here and take a look. Oh, and before we do, I forgot my usual message. If you guys aren't subscribed already, what are you doing? Subscribe to the channel. I got some cool videos that I always post, especially Burning Abyss stuff. And, you know, give the video a thumbs up and turn the notification bell on too. That way, you know, when I upload more videos where I go over cool products that Dank Ritual sends me, as well as when I upload all that awesome Burning Abyss stuff that everybody loves to watch. But yeah, let's crack this bad boy open. So as we know, they always send us our product bagged with this super nice piece of paper that has QR codes on it that you could scan, Facebook page, and I think this one's their website if I remember correctly. But yeah, really cool. So it's a 2022 Judgment Playmat. It's a navy colored cloth, 60 centimeters by 60 centimeters. So it's a 2-player. Nothing on the back, which is fine. But let's go ahead and take this out of the bag, not the box, and see what we're working with, because I'm excited. When I saw the design for this, I was like super hyped up about getting it. So let's crack this open. All right. So it's always hard for me to show the entirety of this on camera, but I'm going to show you guys the middle a bit more so you can get a glimpse here. So we've got a compass in the middle, which is cool. And we've got this nice border. It's a very simple design, but it's very to the point and it looks nice. Like these mats actually feel really nice. I like the Covenant mats that I had the promo code for before, but looking at it, the feel of this is almost, I think it's better than the Covenants. The Covenants are really nice. Like, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love them. You know, I think that the mats look really cool, but I'm looking at this and like it looks and feels a lot more like a Spellground. And to me, Spellgrounds have, you know, historically in my experience, been my favorite mats to purchase. I think they have the best quality as a whole, so seeing something that feels and looks close to a Spellground is actually extremely appealing. Obviously the side designs are a little different than a Spellground would be. You know, your side borders here, they're not as in-depth and detailed, but they still have all of the corner details. They do still have the border, they have the center design. So I'm looking at this going, wow, this is a pretty darn cool mat. And what I want to do, and I don't think I did this the last time I did a review of a mat, is I wanted to get just a deck and just shuffle it and like draw hands. This isn't like a standard deck. This is GOAT format. Just in case anyone's like, why are you playing Don Zalug in a deck? It's Anti-Meta Warriors from GOAT format. If you guys don't play GOAT format, definitely give it a shot. It's a lot of fun. But I wanted to, at the minimum, do some movements with the cards across the mat. So like if we spread them, they spread really nicely on the mat, which is sweet. And the mat doesn't really slide that much. Just keep in mind, my desk that I use is a wooden desk. So if it was going to slip, it would slip. But the mat is honestly staying pretty much where it needs to be, which is sweet. Which means if I grab like 6 cards, there's 5 and 6 because you draw 6 in GOAT format, and I spread them, they spread and they glide. Cards off of here, they slip and glide pretty easily too. So that's a big positive. To me, that's a huge positive, because like you want your cards to glide. That way you can pick them up more easily. You don't want your cards to be getting stuck, which is one of the reasons that I don't like rubber playmats. I love cloth playmats because I think that the cloth playmats, they just get a better glide, a better slide. They look better. One of the things that I used to do when I was first really starting to get better at the game, I would get a really nice looking Spellground, and I got the calculator case for my calculator, and it was almost an intimidation factor at the time. Now almost every single person has a cloth playmat and a calculator case, so it's just kind of common ground. But back then, if someone had a Spellground and they had a calculator case, it was like, oh my god, this is a really good player. So at that point, I was only a decent player. I wasn't a really good player. So I tricked people, and it threw them off, and people would misplay because they were nervous. But looking at this mat, this is fantastic. I actually love this. I love the way it feels. The other thing that I like, and if you're looking at this and you're specifically here for Yu-Gi-Oh content, then it's great because you have a little gap in between the center border and the center design. So it's obviously wider or less wide than a card. It's pretty close, but if you were to go like directly in the middle, it's basically the size of what you would have for like a field center space. So you basically have a field center right here, which is actually really dope. I like that a lot. The design is fantastic in that remark, and I think that the feel, as I mentioned before, it's just got this nice soft feel. The Covenant playmats were soft, but they had a little more of a rigid texture to them. Whereas this, it's like my hand just slides across this, which to me is like really nice. I like that soft feeling. I think everyone likes that soft feeling. Feels nice on your hands. You push down on it. Just feels very, very relaxing. That's also a cool thing. I want to talk about this bottom design too, because I think this looks sick. I was looking at this more and more, and I just picked up on the bottom design. We have a skull right here in the center. It's actually looks really cool, the way that they've made this. So honestly, I'm thoroughly impressed. Every single one of their products I'm impressed with, just because of how the feel is, the look. It just, you can tell that there was time and effort put into it. And I'm looking at this too, and I'm actually curious. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm gonna have to grab my bag here. Okay, so it is the same size as the Covenant playmat, but it looks bigger. I'm looking at it, and this looks like a larger mat. I don't know if it is. It says the same size on the bags, but this looks like it's a larger mat, which to me is fine. I like having a good amount of space to play on, so that's absolutely no issue at all. You know, I love seeing something that just has a nice quality to it and is large enough to fit my entire field on it, because when I'm spamming my BA cards out, I have to have enough room to drop multiple BAs on the field and do all of my overlaying and my linking, and something like this is definitely going to help with that. One thing that I like that they do, and I don't think they do this on Spellgrounds. I can't remember. I'd have to pull out one of my many Spellgrounds. They label at the bottom right here which like line of playmats it is, and I think that's actually like fantastic. Like that, to me, I look at it and I go, oh, okay, well now I'm just gonna remember every single playmat that I have because they've labeled it. So if you're ever like, oh my god, which goes in what bag, well, it's pretty simple. It's already labeled, and the label's also on the bag itself, on your little bag label. So like it's great, absolutely great. And I've mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again. The bags that they send these in, I love these bags. They have the holes already in the bottom, so you can push all the air out when your playmat is inside of there, and zip shut and whatnot. But the quality of them, you could probably hear this. So if you can hear that, it's got a very nice texture to it. These slide into your bags really easily. I have a Gemtech backpack. It's one of the more expensive bags that people use, and like because of the bag for the Dank ritual mats, being the quality that they slide into the bag very easily, which is fantastic. So I personally would recommend this product if you're looking for a solid mat to pick up. I believe they are retailing at $59.99, $60 basically to pick up a mat, which in all reality isn't that bad, because there are a lot of people who pay a lot more for mats that aren't as good. So like pay the $60 to get a solid product because it's definitely worth it. I think so from what I can see already. I'm going to bring this the next time I go to play in locals and test it out, because I'm curious as to what the feel is going to be like, and you know, how it helps me glide the cards across the mat, and you know, makes me feel as a whole. But first glance, first look, taking a look at everything, I really like this. There's also not just the navy blue, they do have a gray design. I was very like up in the air on what color I wanted to go with, and I asked my brother and I asked my fiance, and they both said to go with the blue. I was actually going to go with the gray, but they said go with the blue, so they outvoted me, so I went with the blue. And this is actually a fantastic mat. I really like it. But if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Go ahead and check out dankritual.com so you can pick up awesome products for your trading card game needs. And for right now, this is Drew, Traveler of the Burning Abyss, signing out.